In the 1930s, Cleveland faced terror from an elusive, calculated killer.
Picture this. It's the 1930s, the Great Depression has Cleveland by the throat, and there's a killer stalking the streets who makes Jack the Ripper look like a rookie. But here's the kicker. This maniac managed to outwit one of America's most legendary lawmen, the very same guy who brought down Al Capone. I'm talking about the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run. And trust me, this story will keep you awake tonight. Now, our story begins on September 23rd, 1935. Two young boys are taking a shortcut through a place called Kingsbury Run, basically Cleveland's version of hell on earth. Picture a sprawling ravine filled with hobo camps, railroad tracks, and the kind of people society had forgotten about. The kids are minding their own business when they stumble upon something that would scar them for life. Not one, but two headless, naked bodies lying in the weeds. Here's where it gets absolutely mental. Both victims had been washed clean, drained of blood, and their heads were buried separately, dozens of feet away. Someone had taken their sweet time with this gruesome display. The police report described finding an old blue coat, light cap, and blood-stained union suit nearby, along with a metal bucket containing oil and a torch. This wasn't some heat-of-the-moment killing. This was methodical, calculated, and absolutely terrifying. The first victim was later identified as Edward Andrassy, a 29-year-old hospital orderly with a sketchy past. The second man? Well, he remains a mystery to this day, just like so many others who would follow. What made this case particularly chilling wasn't just the brutality, it was the precision. Coroner Samuel Gerber, who would become Cleveland's legendary coroner, noted something that sent shivers down every investigator's spine. Whoever did this had surgical knowledge. The cuts were clean, professional, made by someone who knew exactly where to slice. No hesitation marks, no amateur fumbling, just cold, clinical dismemberment. On January 26, 1936, parts of a woman were discovered near Orange Avenue. This victim, later identified as Florence Polillo, had been chopped into pieces and scattered across multiple locations. The killer was sending a message: I can do this whenever I want, wherever I want, and you can't stop me. And you know what the most disturbing part was? The killer seemed to be getting better at it. In 1936, Cleveland was in full panic mode. 6 murders in 1 year, bodies turning up with the regularity of a gruesome newsletter, and the police hadn't a clue. The newspapers were having a field day with headlines like "The Mad Butcher Strikes Again" and "Who is this mad torso killer?" Enter Eliot Ness. Yes, that Eliot Ness, the square-jawed hero who supposedly brought down Al Capone with his band of untouchables. Cleveland's mayor Harold Burton appointed him safety director, thinking if anyone could catch this maniac, it would be the guy who cleaned up Chicago.